This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element. It's evident that there's levels to the game. I'm in my element. Flow is like water. I'm forced to a fire. I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth. Following God and you grinding. You do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center. Word to Spike Lee. I'm in my element. Yeah. I'm in my element. Yeah. I'm in my element. I'm in my element. Yeah. I'm in my element. Yeah. I'm in my element.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live in Memphis, Tennessee. Look at Will Hogue walking out to the tee box right now. Chief Will Hogue. I said captain yesterday, and he's like, dude, that's like telling me I'm a freshman in high school. So Chief Will Hogue is on the tee box right now. Kyle Berkshire is a joiner. Will Hogue. Tensei Hirano, he had a good start to his tournament yesterday. Tensei looked great, but Eddie Fernandez, Edward Michael Joseph, William Bartholomew, Arantes Sanchez, Vicario, Conchita Martinez, Fernandez won his third championship this year in the senior division with a 382-yard bullet. Eddie looked great, ended up winning, and just hit that nice flat cut, about 120 feet in the air. I think his winning ball was almost 217 miles per hour. So we'll see what kind of adjustments these guys make. But Kyle Berkshire looked unbelievable once again in these round-robin formats. He went 30-0 in Denver. He ended up winning 10 straight sets, went into a heads-up match, and ended up getting eliminated with an OB set. Went OB yesterday, but he was, if I had to guess, ball speed average was 7 miles per hour, 8 miles per hour faster than everybody yesterday. So, Kyle's due for a W, and, we always talk about those first couple balls, especially with these guys are that much faster than everybody on the tee box. Just focusing on hitting balls in play today for Kyle, but Berkshire, look at this, 161.9220, a little bit of a miss center strike there. Isaiah Joyner's OB right. No numbers from Will as of right now. We got Tensei Hirano. We'll try to get Martin Borgmeyer in the booth here for a little bit. He's going to be hitting here in about an hour and a half. Martin talking with Zane Smith, the vice president of World Lawn Drive. All right, so Berkshire definitely looking a lot faster right now. 231.6, 162 on the ball or on the club speed. It's the fastest ball I've seen Kyle hit in the tournament so far. Kyle, two-time world champ, world number 1 in slot number 1. Isaiah Joyner in 2. Will Hogue in slot number 3, and Tensei Hirano in 4. Will said he's either going to hit really good today or really bad. There's no in between. All right, Berkshire, this one's fighting down that left side. High ball, 161.9. This one looks good, 232.1. I believe that's the fastest ball that I have seen hit. That was a 9-yard draw right to left. This is a bomb from Kyle. He's fighting a little bit of a crosswind, 388. So Eddie Fernandez, with similar conditions, went 382 with a mid-ball cut. Mid-ball, and it was mid to low ball cut at about 120 feet in the air. So Kyle Berkshire off to a great start, but looking really, really fast right now. 161.9, 230 ball speed. This one's flirting down that right side. He had about 20 yards of movement left to right on that one. I like the profile a little bit better, but Kyle is definitely going to be the one to beat today. If he, like I said, clear the mechanism, Kyle, when he's up there. Same thing with Eddie. Eddie in the finals just went, first ball against E.J. McDonald, just a smooth 211.7 ball, and, pretty much ended the tournament right there. And right now, said Kyle's looking good. He's off to a nice start. Isaiah Joyner at 357, Will Hogue at 360. Still don't have a number from Tensei Hirano. This one looks like it might be in play at Tensei's last ball. So, Mr. Berkshire's flying. He is flying. Good start for Mr. Berkshire, 388 yards. Isaiah Joyner on that last ball slips into second place at 366. Will Hogue at 360. Tensei Hirano, that last ball did not stay in play. He's going to go OB. Once again, we are live in Memphis, Tennessee. This is the round of 32. This is group number 1. So 8 guys will advance into the round of 16. We are going to go into heads-up matches again, similar to Denver. Scheduled time for the round of 16 is going to be 2:45, and it moves quick. The wind is going to be left to right as of right now. Slot number 1 is going to be an advantage, similar to Mesquite. A lot of left to right wind here to start off the season. Colton Casto in 1, Scotty Perriman in 2, Hunter Knoll, Sam Antanasio. Sam Antanasio looked good yesterday. One of the faster guys in the tournament. We saw him touch 220 in ball speed. Hunter Knoll was struggling a little bit with his leg, but he ended up, gutting through it, advancing. So he's making his second consecutive round of 32. Colton Casto in slot 1 just put balls in play right now. That's a nice smooth swing from Colton Casto, 216, flirting down the right side, riding the wind. That's going to be a good ball. I wouldn't be surprised if that one's in the 70s, 216. That might even be more. That was a perfect ball from Colton Casto, 365. Nice start for him. Scotty Perriman in slot number 2, the 2021 PLDA regular season player of the year, 2-time amateur world champ. With a 211 cutty right down the left side. Scotty Perriman has a nice ball on his second one in play. Right now I feel like I'm the announcer for the Kentucky Derby. Not as talented as that guy, but this is good. Making the brain work early this morning. I got 9 hours and 35 minutes of sleep last night. Significantly better than the day before. Scotty Perriman takes the lead with a cut there at 366. No numbers from Hunter Knoll. Sam Antanasio is going to be OB right. That OB one looks like the one that Justin James had back in, where were we? Auction. And a lot of memes were made from that profile. That one looked like it went about 370 yards, OB right. But anyways, it only takes one in long drive. So he's got the two-way miss right now, Sam Antanasio, left and right. So struggling to find the center of the club face. But Colton Casto right now 1 yard behind. This one's a high ball down that right side at 223. If that one stays in play from Colton, that one is going to be a monster drive. This one just looks like a block, but I really like that profile of shot. If he can straighten that one out or shut that face by a half a degree, that one's a bomb down the right side. Let's see if that one stays in play. Scotty Perriman at 366, currently in the lead. Not sure if Colton's last ball stayed in. Doesn't look like Colton's ball stayed in play. I like these numbers from Colton on that ball. So Colton's looking good right now. I'm liking that his misses right now are straight. 359. All right, here we go. Sam Antanasio finally got a ball in play at 355. He's tied with Hunter Knoll. If there is a tie, they're going to split points between third and fourth currently. Scotty Perriman currently looks like he's going to take down the set at 366. Will Hogue went 74 in that last set, and then that sets up perfectly for Will. But Scotty Perriman looks like he's going to take down the set at 366.
Introducing the new Bridgestone E9 Long Drive, co-designed by world long drive athletes to push the limits of distance, thanks to extreme ball speed and superior aerodynamic flight. Engineered for you to hit your longest drive. Drive the new E9 Long Drive, extreme distance for your game.
Introducing World Long Drive International memberships. World Long Drive welcomes all of their international affiliates as part of the World Long Drive family. With an international membership, our worldwide competitors now have the ability to compete in internationally sanctioned World Long Drive events, the ability to earn world ranking points, plus all of the great community membership benefits. Sign up for an international membership today at worldlongdrive.com. All pro memberships include the ability to compete in international World Long Drive sanctioned events. Learn more at worldlongdrive.com. We are back in Memphis. Winstead Turf Farms, thank you so much for giving this beautiful grid facility. It's awesome. It is a beautiful, beautiful place. Winstead Turf Farms has donated this land for us the last 3 days to just hit golf balls as far as humanly possible with these Bridgestone golf balls that fly straight. They fly far, too. So Josh Koch, little laser down that left side. I like this profile, 209. Koch was struggling a little bit, having some back cramps, ended up still advancing. And, Josh Koch at 75%, 80% is still one of the best hitters on the planet. So it looks like this ball down that left side was a nice start. We got Bryce Verplank, Kyle Gabbard, Gavin Yokas. Gabbard on his last ball got into the round of 32 with a 365-yard ball yesterday in the round of 64. So he made it suspenseful for the people tuning in and watching him. Koch just hitting that prototypical ball flight of his, 210, little cut. Not sure if that one stayed in play or not. But right now, Koch is in the lead at 358. Gavin Yokas in slot number 4 is at 348. Verplank working on a number here. Let's see how much movement Verplank has on his fourth ball. A lot of left to right here. This one doesn't look like it's going to stay in play. Koch is just throwing, looks like he's throwing strikes right now, but those couple balls that floated down that left side didn't stay in play. We have flight scope technology on all 4 tee boxes. Makes my life a lot easier and everybody else's that comes in the booth. Missing Alexis Nicole. She's been with us every event since Hobe Sound. But right now, Koch is in the lead at 358. We have a left to right wind. Eddie Fernandez went 382 to win the senior division. And Kyle Berkshire came out swinging. I mean, swinging. I can say he might even be fast, 8 to 10 miles per hour faster ball average than everybody in this tournament right now. So Kyle right now is primed. He just get into that round of 16 and just focus like Eddie did on getting that first couple balls in play, just center punching the golf ball and picking a shot and sticking to it. Josh Koch in the lead at 358 for Plank. Looks like his last ball stayed in play at 218 ball. This looks like a bomb. I like the height on Verplank, but look at that, fighting a little bit of that crosswind at 347. Looks like Kyle Gabbard's going to tie with him as well. Waiting on Gavin Yokas' last ball, but it looks like Josh Koch is going to take down the set at 358.
Who has a target on their back this year?
Kyle Marvin. The belt that's the only goal for this year is to win the belt.
So what's your PR before this, your longest drive?
My longest drive was actually on this grid at 463. I got third in that set.
Oh.
So that's where a long drive is a little difficult. But obviously 455 is what probably I'm better known for against West.
What are you looking forward to this season?
Try to get some wins. It's
Okay.
the only thing I'm focused on. There's no moral victories anymore in the sport for me. So I just want W's. That's what I'm looking for.
Costello's a stud. He's getting better and better as the year goes on as well. A guy that you see in Final Eights, whether it's at the World Championships or in tour events. Went to the University of Oklahoma. Out in Texas, Costello's a stud. He's 6'5", 235, and just extremely efficient with the golf club. A guy that when you watch him swing a golf club, it looks absolutely effortless. And for him, it's the same. Guys like him and Greg Nall, Colton Casto, it's like, can they put a ball in play early? Because when they get these balls in play early, they build on their sets. And, you can see guys like him winning sets by 10, 15 yards. So Costello, he's going to be in slot number 2 going up against Justin James, the 2017 world champion. Justin won in Hobe Sound this year. And Jeremy Nowak, we joked around and said that on a baseball stat line, he went 1 for 5 with 4 strikeouts and hit a Little League home run or to win the game. He struggled, but you know what? He did well enough, and he's fast enough to where the 375 points got him in here. So everybody resets. Today is a new day, so it's a new day for Jeremy. He's alive. And he's got a chance to win his first title as well. Matt Stubbs in slot number 4 looked really good yesterday. It's the best I've seen him look as a professional, hitting a lot of balls in play, not a lot of movement in his golf ball. So now it just comes down to him putting balls in play and tightening up his dispersion. So Matt Stubbs here in slot number 4, doing a little bit of the double pump similar to Seb Twiddell. And, Koch ended up winning that last set, so he'll have 200 points. So Kyle Berkshire, Scotty Perriman, and Josh Koch, first 3 sets of the day with wins. JJ, bullet right down the middle, 218-4, 159. You know, JJ, it was the first time I've seen him in a long time. A little frustrated on the tee box, but you know what? I like seeing that fire in his belly. You really very rarely get any emotion out of JJ. With a 373-yard ball, that's a big strike right now. Costello, 148. Let's take a peek at Costello's third ball. Was a good ball. Really was. That might have been the 369. Right now I'm multitasking. I'm taking a peek at the scoreboard, the 4 monitors, and what's on right now. We got Matt Stubbs in front of us. Taking a peek with him. Said him and Seb from Australia, entering every single tournament on the schedule. Costello OB left. James flirting down the right side. JJ just comfortably sitting at 218 right now. He looks in control. I mean, I feel like he has mastered, a tournament, a multi-day tournament. He just stays in control the entire time and knows that he has that reserve in the tank later on. And you'll see JJ go 224, 225 today. There's no doubt. He keeps winning these sets. You're going to see him step on the gas. So no walk. Making the adjustment. 3 out of the first 4 balls in play. Love seeing that from him. Former professional baseball player with the Orioles. A great follow on Instagram as well. He does a lot of impressions with baseball, and he even takes his baseball impressions and puts a driver in his hand, and just a good follow. Jeremy's a great dude, and made that move from Buffalo, New York, down to the Carolinas. Look at this. No walk. 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5 in play to start off. JJ 220. First time I've seen him with that number. Costello OB right. Looks like JJ's going to take down the set at 373. And Mark Costello 369. No walk at 364. And Stubbs with an OB set. One thing we talked to Stubbs about is, like, can he just stay in that pocket of right now? He looks comfortable at 210, 212, just not trying to do too much with the golf ball. Similar to Seb Twiddell. I mean, these guys are coming into their first rookie season. Seb obviously a lot faster, than Stubbs. But really want to see, hit balls in play. But JJ takes down the set 373.
Introducing the new Bridgestone E9 Long Drive. Co-designed by world long drive athletes to push the limits of distance. Thanks to extreme ball speed and superior aerodynamic flight. Engineered for you to hit your longest drive. Drive the new E9 Long Drive. Extreme distance for your game.
You are taking a peek at the golf balls that we're hitting in competition and the trophy that someone's going to win here in and around 4:15, 4:30 Central Standard Time. Once again, Turf Farms, Winstead Turf Farms. Thank you again for donating this beautiful facility for us. And as I said, the last 2 events we've been on Turf Farms in Denver and here in Memphis. Bryce Verplank with a bullet down the left side. Love the profile of that golf ball, 360. So the shot right now, it seems to be about 150 in the air with a little bit of a cut. Slot number 1 definitely has an advantage. So if Verplank can take that same approach of the shot that he hit on his first ball and just start it 15 yards left, almost like start it at that left hash in football and ride that wind. I mean, this is similar setup right now to Mesquite. Granted, the balls are going to go significantly farther in Mesquite. You're a little bit higher, above sea level, but the ground is super hard out in Mesquite, and you get these monster winds. But like I said, we're on a turf farm right now where we are getting really significant rollout. We saw guys landing it at 320 yesterday. Guys like Jacob Galladay that were really using the ground to their benefit and hitting it 360, 365. So we got a phenomenal grid out here today. You got Will Hogan, slot number 4. Matt Stubbs regrouping, which might actually help him. He forgets about his OB set. He's like, you know what? I just let me get 6 more balls and try to find the strike zone here. And he's got 360 on the board right now. Verplank's at 365. Nick Casto without a number. Casto ended up losing by a yard in the last set. He was at 365. Will Hogue 356. Will the Thrill. Chief Hogue. 214 ball from Hogue. Love this ball flight. An 8-degree launch. This one's a good ball. Let's take a peek at Hogue's numbers. Can this be 370? It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I think that's a 370 ball there with that ball speed. I really like the profile of Will's last shot. So the last ball is OB left from him. Casta with a 373 ball. I know 370's in the tank right now for Will. There's no doubt. That ball was hammered. For Plank with a ball that's floating out right here. Potentially could be in play at 221 ball speed. He rode the wind, but look at that movement on Bryce for Planks. It's almost a 60-yard left to right. So if he started at OB, he might have a chance of keeping that ball in play. We're looking at Will Hogue's 5th ball. That one was an absolute laser. What is the number from Will Hogue? Can he beat Casto at 373? And really, truly, if Will comes up a little bit shorter, it really comes down to ball speed. You know, Casto's a guy that can be in the low 220s, and Hogue was at 214. Still taking a peek. He's still looking to see if that 5th ball was in play. You can see Will's, it's like he knows he hammered that ball too. All right. We see an underline from Casto. We see an underline from Verplank. We see an underline from Stubbs. Waiting on Will Hogue's 5th ball. Yeah, you can tell he's not happy. There's no way that golf ball went OB. 347, yikes. Came up a little short there. Didn't expect that one. I can say I'm confused on that ball because it looked good. But Will Hogue will end up taking 4th there. But Casto ends up winning the set, 373. Scotty Perriman, Josh Kotz, Tensei Hirano, Jeremy Nowak. You know, it's really important for Scotty Perriman right now. He wins this set. You know, this will put him at 400 points. And we talked about it on the range. He is doing a lot of exhibitions, and it takes a wear and tear on the body. But the problem with doing a lot of exhibitions is that in baseball terms, it's like you're getting accustomed to throwing batting practice, throwing, you know, a bullpen, and you slow down that speed reserve. You know, doing these corporate and charity exhibitions, it's really important to try to hit balls in play right away. No one wants to see you hit 6-7 balls trying to find the fairway. So there's always a premium in these corporate outings to hit it straight and to minimize your swings. And, you know, Scotty's been doing these corporate exhibitions, you know, for the last couple years now. And, you know, it's really truly about conserving your energy. But he even mentioned the last 2 sets or last 2 groups that he has, he's just going to start swinging as hard as he can at these events. And it doesn't really matter where they go. But Koch is in the lead right now at 363, another guy that does a bunch of corporate and charity events as well. You know, a lot of these guys, it's how they make their living. You know, competing in long drive, but, you know, going out and raising money at charity events and doing these corporate outings. Koch at 363, Nowak 358. Tensei Hirano struggling a little bit to find the grid. We're keying in on him right now, who hit great yesterday. I believe he had about 800 points, 825 maybe. He came in from Japan. So missing a couple of the Japanese players. Taiga Tozawa. And Tomohiro Toyonaga. Jeremy. Boom. All right, there we go. Look at Nowak's putting some balls in play right now. I'm liking this. 147.5. 2,900 spin. 204. Miss hit for him, but a cut across the grid. Josh Koch currently in the lead, still at 363. Scotty Perriman at 360. Tensei Hirano at 325. 358 from Nowak. I do like the profile of Nowak. If he's going to go with that little cut, he definitely hit that one better. Now 206. Once again, we are live in Memphis, Tennessee. 32 men are hitting today. we will have a winner. 2-day event. 64 guys hit yesterday, down to 32. So two groups of 16 hitters today will go down to 16, and it's going to be heads-up matches again. Koch at 363, Perriman at 360, Nowak at 358, Tensei Hirano 325. I'm going to tune in for the first time on YouTube, so start firing away. I gave stats about Memphis. Founded in 1375. I'm just kidding. Elvis Presley sang the national anthem in 1708. That was awesome. I had like a laundry list of stats in Memphis. I mean, is this the home of barbecue? Someone can tell me, right? We had some barbecue last night. Wes Patterson mentioned some places to go and the place to avoid, and we ended up going to the one to avoid, and it was still delicious. So right now, Josh Koch is in the lead, 400 points. Still several guys need to hit. Isaiah Joyner, Justin James, Sam Antonacio, Kyle Gabbard, but JJ looked good on that first set, going 373. Lee Cox is in the house. I will do my best to give you guys all of the information that I can. You say you're looking at where I'm sitting right now. I have 4, 5, 9, 10 screens in front of me. 10. But yeah, the Hogue ball, it confused a little bit because that seemed like a nice ball, but at the end of the day, I was off a little bit. I thought for sure that ball could have been in the 370s. If that popped up at 370, I would have said that made sense. JJ with a low laser right now. I know that JJ's working on a lower ball flight, and I'll say this. I feel like Justin James is the best hitter on the planet when it comes to making adjustments on ball height and profile of shots. He can hit all the shots when needed. Kyle Gabbard without a mark. Sam Antonacio currently in the lead at 352. Isaiah Joyner in slot number 1. Still working on a number here. JJ at 349, Sam Antonacio 352. I like this profile shot from JJ. It's a draw into a cut win. Right now, the profile, if he goes the profile the other way, there we go. Funny enough, I just was talking about the history of Memphis, and boy, do I have it. I feel like I need to proofread this before. JJ's in the lead at 354. So yeah, JJ just hit a draw into a cut win. Hence why it went 354 yards. Look at the profile on his last shot. I like this one way better. This one's going to probably be better. This one's going to be in the 70s. 221 ball from JJ. Starting to step on the gas, 359. But it really just comes down to the profile of shot. Love the height on his golf ball. Isaiah Joyner looks like this one's fighting down the left side. Not sure if this one's going to stay in play or not. But JJ's starting to get locked in here. He's starting to throw strikes. A little bit of a miss hit, 359. So JJ improves on every one of his drives that were in play. 349, 354, 359. Kyle Gabbard's OB left. Looks like Isaiah Joyner is going to go OB as well. Justin James is he going to win the set? That is the question. Confirm that Gabbard and Isaiah Joyner are OB. JJ looking good, starting off this round of 32 with a 359-yard drive to take it down.
I typically like to get my body loosened up just about an hour before I start hitting, just to give my body some time to limber up. So that's gonna be very important. So I'm headed over to the dock right now to have him work on me. Hang on, let me help out.
Go away, Kyle.
Ooh. I bet you heard that one. So I would always get this work done once in a while, but I'm a stout believer in this now because at Worlds last year, I had him work on me 4 days in a row throughout the event. I went from 224 ball speed on day 1 to 231 on day 4. And I'm sure if it was 5 or 6 days, I would have been at 240 within a couple more days.
I think a lot of it's just freeing your hips up.
Well, and the big thing is it's injury prevention, That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned is taking care of yourself. Because it all adds up. It might not seem like it when you're young. If you don't do these things, it will go out. This is how you take care of your body. There's certain things you have to do. And if you don't, your body's just not going to give, it's going to give out eventually.
Mr. Berkshire is climbing the speed chart today. There we go. 230.7, a little bit of a draw into a cut wind, but this is an absolute bomb. Kyle's locked in. He is locked in. If he can just keep this, and I said it a million times when Seb Twiddell was hitting, if he can just stay in this pocket all day, 100% the favorite to win this. He is fast, and he is hitting it straight. He's looking good. And, yeah, I said Kyle's looking for his first win. 231.2. He's at 379. Costello here looks like this ball may be in play, sweeping left to right. Gavin Yokis in slot 3. Hunter Knoll in slot 4. He definitely looks a lot better. There's no limp in his step currently. 384 from Kyle Berkshire. Costello looks like this one's fighting down the left side. There's not too much movement in his golf ball. Costello 211. A little bit of a miss hit for him. Costello's the guy when he's smoothing it. He's at 218, 220, a little higher. Hunter Knoll at 354. Costello 356. But for me, looking at Kyle, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't even try to hit a profile shot. Just hit whatever shot is just hit it. Hit that shot right there, hit that shot, whatever he just did, 231.2. Because, you can get down to it and say, you know what, I know that right now my right to left is going to be fighting a crosswind. But really at these speeds, it doesn't matter. Just hit your shot. So Berkshire with an absolute bomb on that fourth ball, 387. He's climbing up the charts as well as far as distance goes. And we are looking at a left to right win. Costello at 370. There we go. There's the ball I like to see from Costello. 218.8. That ball's perfect. 121. Not too much movement left to right. It's a 3-yard cut. I really like that ball from Costello. Yeah. And this really just comes down to ball speed right now. Costello, that ball's awesome right there. Good ball from Costello. 3 to 5 miles per hour slower than his top end speed, but that one looked like a good shot. I love that profile there in slot number 1, riding that wind out, 354. So confused a little bit on some of these yardages right now, but not confused about Kyle Berkshire. He's literally sitting at 230 right now in competition, and Mr. Berkshire, two-time world champ, world number 1, is looking really good right now with 4 out of 6 balls in play. Can he take this approach to the heads-up matches? Because if he takes this approach, he's going to be tough to beat. He's going to be really tough to beat today. Gavin Yokis, 360, 100, Knoll, 357. So Berkshire takes it down. Costello takes second. Yokis in third. Knoll at fourth. Leaderboard is up right now. Kyle Berkshire, Justin James, Josh Koch win their first 2 sets. Colton Casto, Scotty Perriman took a first and a second. Costello with the 2 seconds. Gavin Yokis, Sam Antanasio are in your top 8 currently. A lot of long drive left here for these guys. They got 3 sets apiece. But Memphis, named for its Egyptian sister of the Nile. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, made Memphis his home after his family moved to the city from Tupelo, Mississippi. So if I'm not from Mississippi, so if I messed that up, I apologize. Memphis was founded in 1819 by John Overton. It wasn't Christopher Columbus? Okay. Andrew Jackson and James Winchester prior to its official founding. The Bluffs of Memphis. Bluff City Shootout. Here we go. I'm learning as I read this. This used to be the Bluff City Shootout. Now it's the Bluffs of Memphis. So my reading level is going up. I'm going from a 3rd grade level maybe to a 4th. What else? What else is here? The name Memphis means established and beautiful. There was one that I read here a little bit ago. Home of historic Beale Street, whose musical offerings, as lively today as ever, have helped it to be voted the 2nd most popular entertainment district in America, following Bourbon Street in New Orleans. And I said this, I think Las Vegas is going to enter the chat room, and they may disagree with that stat. But anyways, Will Hogue, 340. Josh Koch, 342. Mark Costello, 356. Sam Antanasio without a number. Just hanging out in the booth right now by my lonesome. But let's take a peek at the boys talking here. Kyle is at cruise control at 2:30. Yes, he is. He is looking awesome. Dan McIntosh in the house. The pride of Canada. Next week I will be in Calgary for 8 days and cannot wait to eat at a place that everybody knows. You can type it in the chat. They have good donuts. They got good coffee. So I can't wait. It rhymes with Jim Hortons. We're live in Memphis, Tennessee. I just gave you a history lesson on Memphis. We're at Winstead Turf Farms. Donated this beautiful land. Perfect turf. Good roll grid too, but just it's hot, it's humid. Will Hogue with a little slider down that right side. I like that last ball from Will. Costello going back to back. He's at 356 in the lead. And you could probably hear it in my microphone. There's a little wind now. The wind has shifted. It is directly into the wind right now. A little left or right, but it's into the wind. So these numbers are going to drop. So in the last 3-4 minutes, we have seen these yardages drop, and it's just strictly due to the wind. So 356 currently is a bomb. So you can't see the flags down the grid. But Costello looks like he's going to take it down here potentially. You know, Koch still has a number on the board that still hasn't popped up. Waiting on that last ball from Koch and Costello. And Koch is going to be in the round of 16. It looks like he's going to take, at the worst case, take second here. So he would have 500 points. Koch will take second. Costello's at 356. So Costello will put him at 400 points. Koch is going to be in at 500. So I would say Josh Koch is going to be in the round of 16. The heads-up matches. Yeah, let's have a chat here. Do you guys like seeing round robins in the round of 16, or do you like seeing these heads-up matches where we get to see more hitters? You know, a little bit more intimate with these heads-up matches. Get to know more of the players. Let's hear it in the chat right now on YouTube. 376 tuning in right now currently. Waiting on the chat here. French vanilla Timmy's. Oh, you better believe it. I don't care how much crap I get for that. So, but here we are. We're in Memphis. I love the humidity. People say it's hot, it's humid. A lot of the seniors are sitting in their cars just sweating. They were sweating, but I feel good in the booth here. I got a nice little wind that's keeping me cool here. A fan that I didn't have to pay for. So right now the wind is slightly in the face. You're going to see 350s and 360s wind sets right now. Bryce Plank with a little cutty right down the right side. Look at those numbers for Plank, 218. Nice ball. Like I said, he's going to fight that crosswind a little bit. 373, like it's crazy. I said I've been off a little bit here in the booth just with some of these numbers, but look at the ball that Bryce Plank hit. He rode the wind. I mean, he hit a pull cut that started out left, but the ground's hard, and he was at 218. So if we can go back and take a look at the profile shot that Verplank had in slot number 4, I mean, that went 373 yards. That is an absolute bomb right now. It really, truly is. And, yes, the wind shifted again. I'm looking at the flags. It's left to right, but 2 minutes ago we had more of a headwind. So the conditions are changing, and that's why there's a premium on hitting balls in play. The wind can shift within 30 seconds, and you can add 10, 15, up to potentially 20 yards. So hitting balls in play is an absolute must when conditions are swirling like they currently are right now. So we haven't really seen any downwind conditions yet during this tournament. Maybe a little bit, but it's been left to right pretty much the entire tournament since I've been here. Heads up, no doubt. Yeah. Yeah, the heads up matches have been really nice to watch. I mean, I enjoyed that in the booth. And granted, there's a lot more action with 4 guys on the tee box, but yeah, there's some intimacy about the heads up matches. Guys going mano a mano, which we saw not too long ago in the senior division, and it moves quickly too. It really does. And that's kind of the structure that we've had for a long time, back in the World Long Drive days and Long Drivers of America. These guys going heads up. And I do like the the two guys on the tee box at the same time, because there's no excuses then, about wind, because wind can change. Like, let's just say, a guy hits 4 balls and he just had the conditions that Costello and those boys had. It's going to be it's going to be more difficult for them to beat someone if they're putting balls in play. You said the wind changes. You got Justin James at 370, Bryce Verplank at 373. I mean, JJ and Verplank are the best on the planet. I mean, they are, top 10 guys. Now, Verplank didn't compete as much last year, but, Verplank's a top 10 guy for sure. And Justin James is going to take second place. But Bryce Verplank looking good, 373, takes down the W.
Best long hitters in the world have come for a chance to call themselves a world champion. It's all about power. It's all about accuracy. It's all about guts. Everyone chased the championship belt. World championship.
Looking to compete on the World Long Drive Tour for the largest prize purses in World Long Drive history? Pro and amateur members can compete in their respective divisions all summer long as World Long Drive kicks off their 2023 tour. Visit worldlongdrive.com to become a member and view all the registration dates for upcoming tour events. Winstead Turf Farms, Memphis, Tennessee. Event number 5 on the World Long Drive schedule. We're going to be in Canada at Port Rowan here in a couple weeks. Then we will be in Connecticut, Utah, and then our first televised event on the Golf Channel. And we're going to be back in Tennessee. So we got a good schedule going right now. These guys are starting to get in a rhythm, competing on the road together. Gabbard starting off with a 360 ball. Scotty Pearman 361. Mr. Berkshire working on a number right now. Like I said, he just needs to do what he's done the first couple sets. Stubbs doesn't have a number in play as of yet. Kyle with two wins to start off. But Justin James and Josh Koch are at 500 points right now. We're taking a peek at Matt Stubbs in slot number 2 currently. Not getting a number here from Kyle. So I said once again, tip of the cap to Flight Scope for making my life very easy. Gabbard with the draw right down the middle. That's a good ball from him. It's 91 degrees currently out. I mean, it's warm. With the humidity, we're looking, it's over 100 degrees out right now. And if you're looking at Kyle Gabbard right now, you saw that the flag's slightly into the face right now. So we got a bunch of numbers that are in and around the same distance. Doesn't look like Kyle can see that golf ball. He's looked back a couple times. You can't see him in his slot right now, but I believe ball number 5 for Kyle Berkshire is out of bounds. Scotty Pearman with a big sweeper left to right. We saw that profile from Bryce Verplank not too long ago, and we saw a 370 ball. Scotty Pearman likes it. Kyle's still looking back. He's not sure if he can see that golf ball or not. So I'm not sure if Kyle's last ball stayed in play. Scotty Pearman, ball number 5, was a similar profile, maybe not in ball speed, but to Bryce Verplank that went a little bit farther. Berkshire's going to go OB. Let's take a peek if Scotty Pearman takes down the set at 361. Gabbard 360, Matt Stubbs 359. Drum roll. Still waiting on Kyle Gabbard's last ball. Scotty Pearman's 5th ball was farther at 365. So we've seen those sweeping cuts left to right have been getting some good rollout, because like you said earlier in the set before Bryce Verplank hit, 360, 355 was an absolute bomb, and the wind shifted just a little bit to where it wasn't more in the face, it was just left to right. And Scotty Perriman looks like he's going to – oh, Kyle Gabbard last ball, 365. They're going to chop up 300 points. So Scotty Perriman and Kyle Gabbard are going to walk away with 150 points apiece. Matt Stubbs going to take 50. Kyle Berkshire is going to go OB. I say it's better off right now going OB instead of those heads-up matches. Hard to win a tournament going OB in a heads-up match. So I said maybe Kyle got his OB set out early in the tournament. So he's at 400 points. Justin James currently is at 500. Josh Koch is at 500. Scotty Perriman is at 450. Costello's at 400. Bryce Verplank is at 337.5. Casto's at 300. Kyle Gabbard is at 188. So it looks a little top-heavy right now. A lot of guys are in and around below that 200 benchmark after. We still have Casto to hit. So we got Nowak, Jokic, Casto, and Joyner. Isaiah Joyner is at 50 points, so really important right now if Isaiah Joyner takes down that set to put him at 250 points and get him back in this tournament right now. But he's sitting at 50 points, so it would be extremely important for Isaiah Joyner at the worst-case scenario to give himself a fighting chance. If he's at 150, he takes a second place, he's got a chance to go win-win and still get in, which we've seen a lot this year where guys have had 150 points going into that fourth set and get 2 wins and maybe even a second and a first and still get in. So Isaiah Joyner is on the outside currently looking in, but still has plenty of time to put a lot of balls in play and to get into the round of 16. So Joyner with a number on the board at 344. Casto's OB right, Nowak's OB right, Jokic's OB right. I think Isaiah Joyner's third ball was better, or second ball at 350. Once again, we are live in Memphis, Tennessee. Winstead Turf Farms. It's hot. It's humid, but I'm from South Florida, so this is it's just a regular day for me. This is just a regular December day, Christmas day in South Florida. And just taking a peek, like the old Pinnacle Challenge, include an exhibition round with 6 golf balls, aggregate distance, winner take all. I'm in, Chuck. I'm in, buddy. Believe me, I would take that all day. Casto with a 373 rocket. Big ball from Colton Casto. Longest drive of the day so far is Kyle Berkshire by 14 yards. Will Hogue went 374. But right now, that's a big number. 373 is going to be very, very difficult to beat. Casto's in and around 220 ball speed. And what I like seeing right now from Casto, let's key in on him. Colton Casto in slot 3. Casto's made a ton of Final 8s. He even won an independent event with a really strong field in Oklahoma 2 years ago. Casto's misses are straight. That means he's very dangerous today. I like the adjustment that he's made, because when you see Casto hit golf balls and he's missing, he's going to be big right to left movement. And Casto's looking dialed. 223.6, 1,500 spin, 189 in the air, 372 guesstimate carry. But like I said, that's fighting. That is fighting a crosswind. Casto with a bomb, 375. Colton Casto's looking good right now. He's one guy that I've seen in this set who has made that adjustment, and his misses are straight. He's just hitting blocks. Don't be surprised to see Mr. Casto late in this tournament. And the way he's hitting the golf ball right now, he's got a chance to win this tournament today. After 3 sets, Colton Casto, Justin James, Josh Koch, Scotty Perriman, Kyle Berkshire, Mark Costello, Bryce Verplank, Kyle Gabbard. There's a lot of OB sets, the guys that are under 9 right now. So, like, I'm looking at guys that, like you say, like Berkshire, Costello. If they hit a couple balls in play, they're going to get in. I think 450 is way in right now. There's just a lot of OB sets from the guys that are in and around like ninth place and below. So, critical set here for Will Hogue. If he gets a win, that would put him at 375 here. Will is hitting the ball well, too. You got JJ with a laser down that left side. Look at JJ, 216.4, 117 feet in the air. I like this. I really like the profile. Like, I feel like these golf balls here are going a long way at that height. Eddie Fernandez was just hitting like mid to low bullets, 355, so not high enough for JJ. Here comes a cut. There's a little bit too much movement there. And if you look at Justin James's golf ball, he fought a crosswind the entire time from right to left. So he fought that wind, maybe needed to hit it a little bit higher there. But right now, Scotty Perriman is in the lead at 358. Well, Hogue's at 353. Gavin Yoke is 353, and Justin James at 350. JJ's just, it looks like he's got a game plan just looking down that left side. 218 ball from JJ. Will OB left. Scotty Perriman with his prototypical ball flight. That high cut. I said, prototypical ball flight for Scotty is high. But it looks like he's riding that. Looks like he's conserving some energy right now. But this game plan from JJ in slot 4 is like, I'm just going to aim out left. Look at this shot here. Does this one stay in play? That one was a low cut. So we've seen that profile do really well in slot number 4 with Verplank, going 373 not too long ago. But right now, Scotty Perriman is currently in the lead at 358. Gavin Yoke is 353. Will Hogue 353. So they're going to chop up 150 points. Will Hogue and Gavin Yokas.
Catch every single World Long Drive Tour competition right here on the World Long Drive YouTube channel. The Amateur, Senior, Women's, and Open Division Championship will be available on the Golf Channel. To stay up to date on everything WLD, follow us on social at World Long Drive.
Memphis, Tennessee. Home to Graceland, home to Elvis Presley, the second most visited private home in the United States next to the White House in Washington, D.C. Not only do you get to watch Long Drive, but by golly, you get a history lesson on Memphis. Dream destinations as well. 100 of the world's best vacations by Lifebooks ranks. They better have paid you for this. Lifebooks better have paid you for this. Ranks Memphis among the likes of the Vatican, Montezuma, Costa Rica, Beijing, China. Sounds like we need to hang out in Memphis more often. I'm just, I'm taking my finger. Hey, I wish this was on a teleprompter. It'd be funnier. It'd be funnier. You need to get me like actually trying to read this and see how hard I'm focused, because looking at Long Drive, this is easy. I do this in my sleep, but reading, oh wow, too much brain power. Matt Stubbs, a little cut right down the left side of the grid. He's looking, I feel like this is not field. This is definitely Matt Stubbs' best tournament so far here in slot number 1. Isaiah Joyner is currently at 150 points. So we talked about it. He takes a win in second place, he'd be at 450. He takes two wins, he should be in. Koch is in slot number 4. And we're seeing these guys that know that they just got to hit a ball and play. They're stepping off the gas. This is they got to conserve some energy. Look at Koch, 204. That's not his ball speed. He's a 215 guy up to 220. Really conserving energy right now, and just maybe focusing on like, you know what, I'm just going to hit a couple balls and play. You're going to see Koch is just smoothing it. 140. So right now the door is open for Isaiah Joyner to get a win right now. Hunter Knoll says, I got you there, big guy. We're at 351. So Isaiah Joyner, Hunter Knoll are tied. Where's Hunter at? Hunter's at 50 points. They said Hunter was struggling yesterday with that calf muscle or leg. Stubbs with a 360. I did like that profile of Stubbs' ball. So Stubbs is in the lead. currently. He's at 100 points, so Matt can go win-win here, and he'd have 500 points. These are huge sets right now. Wins are very, very important, and Koch, he's already in. Koch is going to be in the round of 16. Scotty Perriman, Justin James, Josh Koch. Looks like Casto should be in pretty easily. Berkshire and Costello just need to hit balls in play. Same with Verplank. I mean, there is not much going on above 1 through 8. It looks there's a guy going to come from the clouds here that's at like 100 and 150 points. But if Berkshire, Costello, and Verplank hit a couple balls in play, they're going to be in. Big win for Matt Stubbs. That puts him at 300 points, so he's got a chance here. We saw a lot of playoffs yesterday. The first group of 64 hitters, we had 4 guys in a playoff for 1 spot. And then we ended up seeing Wes Patterson got in, and then Glenn Wilson went up against Maurice Allen in the next one, and Maurice ended up beating Glenn. So it looks like there might be a tie here. Matt Stubbs puts himself in at 300, so he is on the bubble right now at 300 points. We still have Kyle Gabbard. If he wins, he would be at 388. Costello and Casto can play spoiler, to Gabbard and Tensei Hirano. So Tensei Hirano is at 75 points, so Tensei would have to go win-win in order to have a chance to get in. Costello's at 359. Colton Casto just needs to hit some balls in play. He said we're seeing it like it looks pretty top heavy right now, with the guys that are the best in the world, really dominating this bracket right now. So Casto in slot number 4, 145.6, 220.2. This is a beautiful drive right now, 184 feet in the air, not too much movement. It's a big drive from Casto. Kyle Gabbard definitely making it interesting. He's been a last ball warrior of this tournament, getting in, and so never count Kyle Gabbard out here in slot number 2. Casto takes the lead at 365, which is a huge drive right now. That's a big drive, and he hit a draw into a cut win. Casto looks good today. This is the best I've seen him hit in a while, and when I say that because I'm seeing his misses. Most of them have been straight. Costello with a bullet down the left side here. Kyle Gabbard's ball looks like it could potentially be in. His third ball, 206. Gabbard's a guy that's going to be around 208, but he flights it really, really well. He is a high ball hitter, but got good landing angles. Getting some roll out here. So Gabbard's 4th ball did not stay in play. This 5th ball is fighting. This is a big set here for Kyle Gabbard. He's at 188 points. An OB set would essentially knock him out of the tournament. So we have seen some OB sets. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 current OB sets from the guys in this round robin. Casto with a block out right, but 222.7. Casto looks good. Just right now, like Casto, if he gets into these heads-up matches, he's going to be tough. He just needs to stay within himself and hit the same profile shot that he's been hitting today. Casto takes it down, 365.
This ball's going far today. Since I'm mathematically through to the round of 32, and it really doesn't matter what place I finish in the top 8, we're gonna mic me up for the next 2 sets. We're gonna have a little fun. 20-mile-an-hour tailwinds right now. I'm hoping this holds for the next 4 or 5 minutes for my set.
Berkshire with that cut. That's the one that he was looking for. That one's in play. That one looks good.
Oh, I'm going to go OB twice. I don't care. I mean, I'm going to try to hit it in play, but this head, the odds of hitting in play are almost 0. Did you get me on that last one? That's all you got?
No, I whiffed them all, Kyle. You're lucky.
Sorry, but hey, I actually hit balls in play with you calling now. Isn't that awesome? Need a couple of those today.
Yeah, Brandon Flynn's a funny guy, man. Great dude. He'll be hitting here in the bottom half of this round robin. But Mr. Berkshire here in slot number 4. OB on his last 7 golf balls. And right now he just needs to hit some balls in play. Because mathematically, like, you know, it just hit balls in play. You know, him and Verplank, they're looking pretty good right now with sets to go. Berkshire fighting down the right side. Good spin rates, good launch, 226. So it looks like he's trying to slow it down just a little bit. Sam Antonacio without a mark, Jeremy Nowak without a mark, Bryce Verplank without a number as well. Bryce Verplank in slot number 3. He's at 338 points. A first would put him at 538, which would put him into the tournament. Berkshire looks like he's going to go OB right. OB left from Verplank. Potentially that Verplank's ball may be in play, 218. I mean, Verplank, you can literally just put him stuck at 218 miles per hour right now. He's hitting the ball really well. Antonacio's OB. Nowak's OB. All right. Sam Antonacio looked fast yesterday. I like this ball from Antonacio. Look at this one down that left side. That's a bullet. Is this one going to stay in play from Sam? No marks right now from any of the guys, but I feel like Sam Antonacio's 4th ball is going to be in play. Nowak's fighting down the right side. This one may be in play. So Nowak and Sam Antonacio are going to be close with golf balls in play. Berkshire 0 for his last 10 to hit the grid. Looked really, really good the first 2 sets. No reaction from Kyle, but looking at this flight, this one looks like it's going to stay in play at 232.5. That's his fastest ball that he's hit today. And I'm going to say it, Kyle is hitting it better when he's going full throttle. You know, and it almost like he's guiding the golf ball at 226 ball speed. I like when he's going full gas right now. It just seems like that's working for him. 383 from Kyle Berkshire. And he's hit the longest balls. He's probably hit eight of the farthest balls of this set. So putting a ball in the strike zone is critical for Kyle. And it just he looks a lot better when he's going full gas. Look at that number from Bryce Verplank, 222.23. Verplank finally got a ball in play, which is going to put him at, 438 points? I'm going to say that's going to be pretty safe, you know, because if Verplank can hit a ball and play on his last one, he's going to be in. So I feel like everybody's fighting for 8th place right now. Stubbs is at 300. Will Hoag's at 250. Gavin Yocas is at 225. Sam Antonacio is going to take 50 points there. So he's at 225. So there's a couple guys that are going to get in here, you know, that have a shot for that final 8. But I feel like Bryce Verplank's in. So at 438. Normally we don't say that. And if I'm looking at the updated scoreboard right now, he's orange, which normally means orange is like an absolute worst case scenario. Like he's going to get in, but he could potentially go OB. So there's a chance that Bryce Verplank might not get in, but I feel pretty comfortable that he's going to get in. Costello is in, James is in, Koch is in, Berkshire, Perriman, and Casto. Verplank more than likely is going to get in, but Matt Stubbs currently controls his own destiny. If he wins his set, Matt Stubbs is going to make his first final 16 as a professional. And he'll make his first paycheck as well. All right, so we're going right into round number 5. Sam Antonacio is at 225. A win would put him at 425. He's going up against Gavin Yocas, Matt Stubbs, and Tensei. Let me see where Gavin Yocas is. So this is a huge set here. So Gavin Yocas wins, he would have 425. If Matt Stubbs wins, he's in. Matt Stubbs is the spoiler. So essentially, if Matt Stubbs wins this set, Bryce Verplank is in. No one else can catch him. Big set here for Matt Stubbs. His first opportunity to get into the final 16. We talked about him. Can he stay within himself? Can he try to go 208, 210, hit a nice straight ball here? We're looking at Matt Stubbs in slot number 2 that has, he could be the spoiler. He wins, he's in. No one can catch him, which would put Bryce Verplank in as well. Gavin Yokas gets a win, he would at 425. Sam Antonaccio gets a win, he'd be at 425. Tensei Hirano. You know what's funny is Tensei Hirano potentially could get in if he wins here and all these guys go OB. There's still a chance. There is no one mathematically eliminated. But if Matt Stubbs hits a ball in play, you know, there we go, 351. Huge set for Matt Stubbs. Is he going to get in? Everybody's OB right now. Gavin Yokas is OB. Sam Antonaccio still working on a number here. Stubbs wins. Bryce Verplank is in and the field is set. He is down. These guys are down to their last couple balls. Gavin Yokas has 2 balls to go. Antonaccio has 1 more to go. Gavin Yokas left side. 139 ball. 210. The big ball from Gavin. Does this one stay in play? Does ball number 5 for Gavin Yokas stay in play? That is the question. I like this profile from Stubbs. 212, big ball, Matt Stubbs. I like the profile of that ball. That's the best ball I've seen hit in this set. Did Gavin Yokas' 5th ball stay in play? No. I'm going to say Stubbs is going to improve. That 351, 357, big ball from him. Yokas is OB. Sam Antonaccio is the only one, no. Matt Stubbs is going to make his first final 16, which means Bryce Verplank is going to get in as well. The field is set, and we still have 3 more sets to go. Colton Castro, Scotty Perriman, Kyle Berkshire, Josh Koch, Justin James, Mark Costello, Bryce Verplank, and Matt Stubbs are going to make the final 8. They're the final 8 here in this group. You'll see them in the heads-up round of 16. Congratulations, Matt Stubbs. He stayed within himself, and then he did. He hit that 212 ball. So the double pump is working for him today. Will it work for Seb Twiddell? You will see Seb hit here at 1 o'clock. So there's going to be a little bit of a break here once we're done. So everybody that is currently hitting is mathematically eliminated. That are up in this next set here. We are live in Memphis, Tennessee. Winstead Turf Farms has donated this beautiful piece of property for us to go out and hit golf balls as far as possible the last 3 days. So thank you, Winstead Turf Farms. It's nice too, like you get out of your car, you're on turf. I could have worn my brand new shoes today, and they'd be nice and clean. But I always rock, these golf turf shoes. Hunter Knoll, Kyle Gabbard, Jeremy Nowak, Will Hogue. So Will Hogue is the only guy that has a chance. Okay, I misspoke. Will Hogue can win. That would make Bryce Verplank have to go out of bounds. So if Bryce Verplank doesn't hit a ball in play and Will Hogue wins, Will Hogue is mathematically the only person that can get in. So big set here for Will Hogue. Apply some pressure. Bryce Verplank just needs to hit a ball in play, which he hasn't had any issues doing today. Will Hogue in slot number 4, so we'll key on him. He's the only guy that mathematically has a chance to get in. Chief Hogue. He texted me yesterday and said, at least I got his bench press right of 465 pounds. This is a home game for Will. He's won multiple events in Memphis during his career, during the Bluff City Shootout at the putt-putt course, which is a cool grid too. It's fun out there. But when that wind is cranking out and at the putt-putt play, it's very difficult to keep balls in play there. But this venue is beautiful as you're looking at Kyle Gabbard right now. We have a little bit of an amphitheater set up with the trees. Really good sight lines. Will Hogue, slot number 4, needs to hit a ball currently at 348 yards in order to give himself a shot. 214-mile-per-hour ball, 114 feet in the air. You know, the ground is rolling. But he's fighting that left to right wind, kind of like Justin James did. JJ went 350 on that ball. Here we go. Will Hogue goes 350 with the same exact shot. So that takes the lead. Will's giving himself a chance. He's giving himself a chance, but Gabbard hits a bomb down that right side. I think Gabbard's ball is going to go farther than 350. There you go, 355, Kyle Gabbard. So Will just needs to pick it up a little bit. Jeremy Nowak with a miss hit there at 198. Kyle Gabbard takes the lead, like I said, at 355. Will Hogue's going to take a big old deep breath. He's down to his last ball. I always like when Will waves at it. He didn't wave at that one, but he hit it 213 and he hit it higher. I think this ball from Will Hogue's going to win the set. I do. Even though he got a little bit of a crosswind. Can Will win it on the last ball? Chief Hogue, does he have a chance? He's looking back at the board. I do like that last ball, 352. He's going to come up 4 yards short, and really what it comes down to is that he fought that crosswind a little bit. So now the field is set. Bryce Verplank does not have to hit golf balls. He is in.
The World Long Drive Virtual Tournament is live. All summer long, compete in this virtual tournament for a chance to win a cash prize. World Long Drive is giving away $1,000 in monthly prize money to the top driver in each division. Top 50 per division will advance to the finals in September with a prize pool of $25,000. You can enter as many times as you want. For full details and to register, visit worldlongdrive.com or scan this QR code on your screen right now.
The field is set. Colton Casto, Scotty Perriman, Kyle Berkshire, Josh Koch, Justin James, Mark Costello, Matt Stubbs, Bryce Verplank are the first 8 guys in to the round of 16. We will be heads up at 2:45 Central Standard Time. The next guys are going to be hitting here in about 48 minutes. We start at 1 p.m. I'm gonna Central Standard Time. I'm gonna have Edward, Michael, Joseph, William Bartholomew, Ranches, Sanchez, Vicario, Conchita, Martinez, Fernandez in the booth with me. Eddie Fernandez winning very comfortably today at 382 yards. And Eddie is 100% the favorite to win the senior division, and really truly at the end of the day, I mean, the only person that can beat him is himself. I mean, if he does what he did today, that was just. He was on cruise control, autopilot, what have you. And, I mean, he hit 9 balls in the round robin format. So minimized his swings. He could have hit 24, but he looks good with 3 wins in a second place to start off his season. Right now, the guys are swinging just to swing. Isaiah Joyner, 350, Costello, 57, Verplank, 56, Scotty Perriman, 53. So let's just say Will Hogue did win that set. Bryce only had to hit 1 ball in play, and he would have been in. We are live in Memphis, Tennessee, event number 5. We've had 4 separate winners this year. Martin Borgmeyer won Mesquite Volume 1, Justin James, Hope Sound. Volume 2, Seb Twiddell. Zach Holton ended up winning in Denver. Zach Holton looked great yesterday, too. He picked up where he left off, hitting a lot of balls in play. He moved up in the world ranking as well to 3rd. Kyle Berkshire, still world number 1. Martin Borgmeyer, the 2022 world champion, is 2nd. Bryce Verplank is 3rd, and Justin James is 4th. Let's take a peek at the world rankings right now. I got notes on everybody here. Scotty Perriman. Scotty looked good today too, hitting a lot of balls in play. But you know, Scotty Perriman, as they wrote down, one of the best hitters in the world, has dropped 3 spots in the world to ranking to number 9, but still top 10 in the world for Scotty Perriman. And advanced to the top 16 last event, but ended up losing to the rookie, Jack Smith. We had Jack in the booth yesterday. Jack has a forearm issue, that he couldn't compete. But Jack Smith is a guy that practices with the best in the world, and looked like a veteran, looked like he'd been there before in Denver. So we'll see Jack Smith, a guy that I feel him and Seb Twiddell are definitely going to be your rookies of the year. I mean, Seb's going to hit significantly more than Jack, and Seb with a win. He's definitely the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. And Seb's got a chance to win a World Championship as well. Every time he steps up on the tee box, Seb has got a chance to win these tournaments. He did get in a car wreck, as we mentioned a couple days ago. Was a little sore yesterday, but he said he loosened up a little bit. And but he feels good now. We are back in action. Colton Casto, Josh Koch, Justin James, Kyle Berkshire. Guys that know what the winner's circle looks like. Really impressed with Colton today. Colton looks great. Really, really does. These guys are swinging to swing right now. Kyle Berkshire has hit a lot of long drives today and sitting in and around 230. So Justin James, 216, nice little high draw, fighting a little bit of the crosswind, but right now it's about conserving energy. It is super humid right now. Koch looks like he's on cruise control, just taking some nice smooth swings as well. I really like the profile of Josh Koch's ball. I know that he's not going after it, but that looks like a nice profile shot. Kyle with the old turbo cut, but we've seen some big numbers with that turbo cut today. We really have. That big left to right, we've seen some big numbers in slot number 4 with that profile shot. These guys will not be hitting in slot number 4 or slot number 1 in the heads-up matches. They will be in slot number 2 and number 3. As you can tell with Kyle's feet, he's aiming out left. 227.5 from Kyle. JJ at 220. I like this profile from JJ, but like I said, he's fighting that crosswind left to right. But love the tempo that JJ's in right now. Koch at 339. Casto, good ball right there, 222.6. Casto, this is the best I've seen him hit in a while. He looks good. He really, really does. Just looking at Berkshire's numbers, he's sitting around 160 and 230 today. And for him, it's... Was it for the love of the game? Clear the net mechanism. If he can do what Eddie did and just focus on center punching the golf ball and hitting the balloon, even though we don't have a balloon out there, Kyle's going to be tough to beat today. But it is. It comes down to accuracy, too. In these heads-up matches, you got to hit balls in play. Because these best guys in the world, they go OB the first 2 or 3 balls. I don't care how fast they are. They apply pressure to themselves. And, that's why it's a premium to hit good balls in play early in these heads-up matches. Berkshire resetting here after, he missed 10 straight in a row, and now it's starting to look like he's getting in a rhythm. But JJ right behind him right now at 367. Good set for Justin James. But the field is going to be set here. Casto, 372 with that high ball down that right side. I really like the profile of his shot. Berkshire did get his last ball in play. Let's see if that one's going to improve. But Colton Casto, once again, looking really good today. Underline right now, Casto's going to win it, but we'll be back at 1 o'clock. Casto, Perriman, Verplank, Berkshire, Costello, Koch, Justin James, Matt Stubbs, 8 guys are going to be in the round of 16, but we're going to be back at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, Winstead Turf Farms. We're live in Memphis. We'll see you right after this.
This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element, it's evident that there's levels to the game. I'm in my element, flow is like water, I'm forced to a fire, I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grinding, stay down to earth, following God and you grinding, you do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center.